In this video, I'm going to just briefly share with you a little bit about what got me into the cleaning industry. Why didn't I be a pilot or a Navy SEAL? Or why didn't I decide to go to a certain trade? I was a trader for a little bit, was in the trades for a little bit. I was an electrician. But why did I end up with cleaning? Why this industry? And some of these are probably going to relate with you as a cleaning business owner or a business of a service-based company. So I want you to also drop in the comments what got you started, because our stories tell a lot, and our whys really kind of go with us forever. Many times that's the fuel to keep us going, the fuel to really push us forward. So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what got me started and why I'm in this industry versus doing anything else in the world. Because when you're a person of faith, you really do believe you can do anything. So I'm gonna kind of fast forward, not gonna go to my childhood or anything like that. I'm gonna start you right when I was getting out of the United States Navy. And it was unexpected, and I had to figure something out with my life. I had children to take care of. I had finally started to understand what it's like to have money in my pockets and start paying bigger bills and seeing money that I've never imagined having while I was in the military. But now all of that was going to come to an abrupt stop very soon after I had found out. And so I had to figure it out. And I had two choices: either find a job in the same trade I was doing or go into business. Now, I don't remember where I stumbled across business at, but I know when comparing my options, there's a few things that stood out to me about business. Number one, business, it was just you versus you. It's your faith, how big you believed in God, how big you believed in yourself. And the result of that, how big that was, I believe that that's how big your life could become. Like, I can really go to see the starving kids in Africa that I used to watch and cry all night about. I can actually go there and help them. And having a job, especially when you barely graduate high school, don't have a degree or anything like that, will not satisfy that need. So that was one big thing that stood out to me, that really, if I can take 10 years and figure this thing out, I can really do some great things here in this world. So secondly, I really dislike the Navy's culture. So many people there hated their jobs and just was so miserable. And I was the only one who's always uplifting people. But sometimes that you have days where, you get tired of that. You want to be around others who are uplifting as well. And you want to, go after the mission you joined together with some fire behind it. So that really bothered me, just being around people who didn't like what they were doing. So I thought in business, you can start your own culture. Like, you can be the one to bring people in, you can be the one that kick people out. I thought that was very attractive, that at a job, I'm just kind of forced to work with whoever's there, versus in a business, I am able to be the one that to create the culture. Like, I'm the driving factor. I'm the one that says who's here, who's not gonna be here. So with that, made me start really digging deeper into business. And lastly, I really love how business, you eat what you kill. Nobody's killing for you. That's a long-lasting skill that even if you don't know, you can eventually learn and pass on to generations to come. I knew I had children, and I knew that I wanted something more valuable for the next generations. That closed it for me, knowing that it's going to depend on me to figure out. Like, I went from homeless to now being in the military. I went from not making any money to being able to make the kind of money I was making in the military. So I had the confidence that I can really eventually figure out business. So as I was getting out of the military, I had to decide which kind of business. And if you know anything about the Navy, you know how to clean. And that attention to detail started having my eyes look at buildings in different areas and know, like, wow, your average cleaner doesn't know how to clean. Terrible reason to start a cleaning business, now that I know. But it was something that got me started down that path. I said I can clean better than, Sally, and I can clean better than Joe, who's cleaning these buildings I'm seeing or cleaning these homes. So that's kind of what got me started down the path with cleaning business. I just wanted any type of business where I can begin learning business skills, and something that I at least felt like I had some kind of advantage of. Because I didn't want to be foolish and try to start some kind of IT company or something that didn't align anything close to what I knew how to do. I wanted to at least have something where I can work for my own at first initially and start building a team. And cleaning was perfect for that. Had to learn a lot along the way. But I eventually got to the point where I had people ridicule me. I had people talk bad about me, about what I was doing. And I started correcting my mistakes. That's the great thing about business, is you have to have courage to learn and to make mistakes and let others correct you, versus like being in a job and only your boss is babying you and giving you training, and you're afraid to have any type of correction. So I wanted to be able to be at that point where I'm able to be accountable for my actions. So I started with cleaning homes, 2 a.m., deep in the night, cleaning big 2-story houses out in East Lake, California, all by myself because I needed the money. I needed the money to pay for my transportation. I needed the money to pay for my bills. And I would tell the customers, my team's coming a little later, get the key from them, and just be in there, listening to tape, whether it be Eric Thomas, whether it be Les Brown, just in there listening to tape, transforming my little old mind that didn't really know anything that was going on, but developing myself and making myself a greater person in those moments during those trials. Fast forward from cleaning homes, I built some confidence to clean businesses, because if you know anything about residential, if you're not phenomenal at marketing and having systems, you're gonna see some gaps in your schedule. And even then, you could be doing all the right things and still have gaps. So I started to fall in love with the idea of having consistent work. Like, I can have a porter at a place 6 days a week and get paid exactly this, and just make sure they show up and do what they're supposed to do, and I make the profit. Like, beautiful. And I do that 50, 70 times, and I'm able to become a millionaire. So I decided to get into commercial space. A lot more challenging, but got a few people to kind of help guide me. Majority of it had to go seek people online and learn from them, but I became a person who was able to apply what I learned and started growing my cleaning company from there. So I wanted to give you a quick little backstory of how I got started, and also just see, for those of you online who are following as well, what got you started in your cleaning business? How are things going now? Share anything special about you and your business, because for some reason in this industry, I work with many cleaning business owners. You always have such a powerful story behind it. We always want to be ones who are doing more and really want to serve and make life better for other people, and not just make money in itself, which I love doing, but it's much greater than that. So share in the comments what it is that you may have going on, and what has had you start your cleaning business. And if you like videos like this, like it, subscribe to the channel, comment so I can continue making videos.